The grand betrayal of the Riverside Hotel, Boise, oh, darlings, gather round and let me tell you a talino. A tragedy off shattered dreams, vile injustices, and the kind of hotel experience that makes you question if capitalism was a mistake. Picture this. You, a delicate, hopeful soul, book a luxe little stay at the Riverside Hotel, Boise, expecting at least a whisper of hospitality, maybe a clean towel. A pool that doesn't smell like a chemical warfare experiment. Or, heaven forbid, a room without bugs crawling in the sheets like they pay rent there. But no, oh no, act I, the pool of sorrows the first sin? The pool. Oh, the pool. You arrive, giddy, clutching your $250 a night receipt like it's a golden ticket to relaxation, only to find the water teeming with shrieking goblin serm, children splashing like rabid dolphins hopped up on sugar. You think, surely adults get 1 hour? Just 60 measly minutes where we can float in peace without tiny feet kicking us in the ribs. But no. The hotel's policy is apparently, suffer, peasant. And let us dissect why this is criminal. When you pay that much, you're paying for space, for exclusivity. Instead, you get a kiddie mosh pit and the slow realization that you are the clown in the circus. Act I. The parking lot purge now. Let us talk about parkinger, as I like to call it. The Great Valentine's Day heist. Imagine it's snowing. You're dressed for a murder mystery dinner, how chic, and the hotel instructs you to park in the overflow lot. You obey because you're civilized. But then, the betrayal, you return to find your car booted. A $200 ransom to free it. And hear us why this is evil. The hotel directed you there. They lit the path like it was meant for you. And then, silence. No signs, no warnings, just chaos. It's like being led into a trap by a grinning wolf in a bellhop uniform. Act I. The bug-infested nightmare, but the piece de resistance, bedbugs. You check in, exhausted, only to peel back the sheets and find movement. Tiny, horrifying movement. You scream internally because you're polite and the front desk solution. Hear us 30 for dinner, lol. $30. For BEDBUGS. Let me explain why this is unforgivable. Bedbugs are trauma. They hitchhike in your luggage, infest your home, and haunt your dreams. And the hotel's response is the equivalent of handing you a Band-Aid after setting you on fire. Oh, but it gets better. Your new room, it reeks of cat pee and mold like the ghost of a Victorian orphanage. The AC, broken. The temperature, stuck at a sweltering 70 degrees because apparently, suffering builds character. Act IV, the chlorine gas chamber, aka the pool again, you think, maybe the pool will redeem this hellscape. Wrong. The chlorine is so strong, your eyes burn from the fumes alone. It's not a pool, it's a hazardous waste zone. And let us analyze why this is dangerous. Over-chlorinated water burns skin, damages hair, and makes you feel like—
Okay, so I was, looking into stuff happening around the Riverside Hotel in Boise. You know. It's depressing, honestly. Not the hotel itself. It seems nice enough. But the businesses nearby. A bit of a mess. Businesses around here. They kinda prey on people not knowing the area, especially tourists. For instance, there's been a bunch of stuff with those cryptocurrency ATMs. Like, imagine you're visiting Boise, staying at the Riverside Hotel, enjoying your vacation. And then someone calls pretending to be from tech support. Seriously. Who even does that anymore and tells you to send money to one of those machines? They're at gas stations and stuff all over. Seems convenient, right? Except those ATMs, they're basically untraceable. People, especially older folks, have lost thousands. I read about a guy losing 25 grand near Kuna, which isn't right by the Riverside Hotel, but it shows how widespread it is. I bet he felt so stupid afterwards, like totally violated. And the scammers, they probably just moved on to the next person, laughing all the way to the bank. It's awful. Then there's this other thing. Businesses near the Riverside Hotel, they have been getting hit by organized theft crews, like professional thieves traveling around, targeting stores. They race sneaky, wait for unsuspecting tourists to get distracted, and then bam. I bet the victims, probably trying to find a souvenir near the Riverside Hotel, just felt helpless, like someone violated their space. And the thieves probably sold everything and are already planning their next heist. Seriously, it's just And honestly, it gets worse. Remember JOANN Fabrics? They went bankrupt, which is sad in itself. But then scammers made fake websites, pretending to have huge liquidation sales. People near the Riverside Hotel, thinking they were getting a deal, clicked on those ads and ended up giving their information to just bad people. I bet money that the people who fell for that felt so embarrassed. Like, how could they have been so silly? And the scammers, they ray probably already onto another scam. It's just a never-ending cycle. Like, can't people just be decent? It's just so draining to even think about.
The businesses surrounding the Riverside Hotel, Boise, well, let's just say they've left me with a distinct sense of disappointment. A pervasive feeling of things not quite being as they should be. It's as if the area is holding its breath, waiting for something to give. And based on what I've gathered, that something is often the customer experience. It's a landscape of missed potential, where corners seem to be cut and a genuine sense of hospitality feels elusive. It's not outright bad everywhere, but it's consistently underwhelming. I feel a knot forming in my chest just thinking about it. It's a quiet sadness, really, like a chipped teacup, still functional but undeniably flawed. Let's begin. Generally, the retail establishments in this area seem to be struggling. It's a slow decay, a fading of what once might have been a vibrant hub. The primary theme, a sense of neglect, both from management and, frankly, a lack of care for the people who patronize these places. Take Boise Towne Square. It seems to be a monument to retail decline. The overwhelming impression, based on accounts from those who have ventured within, is that this mall is dying. Not a quick, dramatic collapse, but a slow, agonizing fade. Tenants feel exploited, squeezed by exorbitant fees. Apparently, 10 of sales isn't uncommon. Can you imagine building a small business, pouring your heart and soul into it, only to have a significant chunk of your earnings siphoned off? It feels predatory. Beyond the financial strain, there's a palpable atmosphere of disinterest. Security guards, rather than providing assistance, seem inclined to intimidate, particularly those who, shall we say, don't fit their preconceived notions. One person reported being aggressively questioned, stepped toward, can you believe it? Simply for asking about a lost phone. And the shopping experience itself. Aggressive kiosk vendors, counterfeit goods being sold openly, a chaotic, disheartening mess. Apparently, a kiosk called Toy Heaven is actively selling fakes, leaving children heartbroken and parents out of pocket. The T-Mobile store within the mall is a hotbed of alleged scams, with countless complaints about hidden fees and unauthorized charges. The frustration is boiling over, with people actively urging others to avoid it altogether. Even basic functionality is lacking, with reports of a missing nursing lounge despite being clearly marked on maps. And then, there's the incident involving a young man with autism being wrongly accused of suspicious behavior. It's a stark reminder that a lack of understanding can quickly escalate into a deeply distressing situation. To top it off, there were reports of a physical assault in the restroom, with security simply ignoring it. This isn't a mall, it's a gamble with your time, your money, and your sense of security. Moving on, let's talk about pampering. Or what should be pampering? Spa Urbana appears to be a masterclass in broken promises. The recurring theme, disappointment. Appointments cancelled at the last minute, services rendered poorly, and a complete disregard for customer satisfaction. It's astonishing, really. People book treatments months in advance, anticipating a relaxing escape, only to be left scrambling for alternatives when their appointments are abruptly cancelled. Those who do receive services often find themselves subjected to unprofessional behavior. A masseur's unloading personal problems onto a client, a pedicure marred by sloppy technique, and a refusal to correct mistakes. And then there's the billing. Oh, the billing. Charges exceeding expectations, unauthorized tips added to the bill, a relentless pursuit of profit at the expense of integrity. There are claims of the owners actively gaslighting customers when they try to get refunds. The sheer audacity. They are apparently notorious for attempting to discredit customers and remove reviews. It leaves me feeling profoundly uneasy.
It's as if they believe they are above accountability. Now let's consider the dining options. Bao Boi, a seemingly trendy eatery, seems to be built on a foundation of inconsistent service and questionable quality. The reviews paint a picture of a place struggling to cope with demand, resulting in long wait times and indifferent staff. The food, when it eventually arrives, is often mediocre, bordering on unpleasant. One reviewer described a poke bowl as little more than rice, salmon, and a rogue nasturtium flour. A flour, mind you,